Hello and happy Friday. It's December 12th, 2025. Today we are looking at CleanSpark, CLSK, which is a crypto mining company, kind of like Mara. I actually have a current trade on Mara trying to go short, and it's been stagnant for like 2-3 weeks. It's getting annoying. Small amount in the red, I think like minus 30 or minus 40 or something, but just been chilling there for a while. So we're going to try the wick engulfing block method. Just as a quick recap, here's the trading journal. Feel free to screenshot. This is my trading system as I have it. I call it Saturn Flow. Step 1, which we're doing now, is defining key levels, which will use wick engulfing blocks to try to identify, liquidity areas and strong liquidity areas where when the price arrives there, we should get some kind of reaction, strong reaction to the upside or to the downside, doesn't matter. Step 2 is using our momentum oscillators to read the story and translate the momentum language, if you will, into the price action. Third is using predefined Fibonacci levels to pick stop loss, entry point, TP1, 2, 3, 4. Depends on how many you want to go, but generally I'm going to be trading between key levels and trying to get as much profit as the stock rides between that level before I have to either close the trades that are reversing, or if I've moved the stop up, either to a break even or to a in profit level. And then step 4 is making sure we journal all trade values, which you saw in the previous tab, just to record history. This goes back to September 14th when I started. And man, I wish I had kept versions of the original journal. This is a little messy. The original one was like nuts. And lastly is create, which the focus is on paying yourself, reinvesting some of your profits, and adding to your trading account. So this basically only happens if you win the trade, or you want to add money from other sources. So let's get on with the wick engulfing blocks. This chart goes back to 2013. I didn't realize it'd been around that long. So for the wick engulfing blocks, I'm looking for 1 to 5 candles minimum, and typically at the 3-month level they always are these kind of peaks of 2 or 3 candles. But the purpose is I want to take the top of the wick to the candle body and draw a box. And this box, as we draw more, they'll start to overlap and show us key levels, highlighting key levels. And then we can double check with the volume profile, and we can double check with AI. So however many key levels we generate, we'll also ask AI, hey, what do you think? And then we'll look at it and see how close we get. I think I'll keep my key levels unless there's major issues. But this process is to build confidence for me over time. And maybe one day I'll just use the volume profile and AI, or I'll build a bot or something. But in the meantime, I'm manual, so doing analog is good practice, so I can make sure that the system works. Alright, so little wick, the wick's over here too. Actually, both kind of touching on the same point. So I'll draw one. And then see how there's more wicks kind of more even on this level. 1, 2, 3. You know, I would do that as well. So it's a little bit of an artistic process, but it generally really works out quite nicely. So I'm excited for you to see that. So we got this bottom, but there's also this stuff going on internally there, this wick too. So I'll take that big wick. Yep. I'll just take the smaller one because it's going to be the same result since the candle body is pretty much in the same zone. So when you get these little tiny slivers, it would have actually overlapped slightly if I'd taken the larger wick, more likely. But whether it's that little overlap or that little gap, it's kind of the same space. So I still define it as a likely key level. Okay. Let's keep going. Peak there. Let's follow it back down. Kind of something going on in here. There you go. So now we have overlap 1, 2 blocks, block 1, block 2 with the overlap, and this little sliver. So this is the kind of pattern that brings what I found to be the strongest kind of key levels, and of course there's always wiggle room. One thing I've been trying to practice, I keep saying I want 6 to 10 key levels, but depending on the stock I've been running into, when it comes to options anyways, the potential take profit is so bad because the key levels are too close together. So having 6 to 10, 10 really the max, unless you're doing, scalping or day trading. I'm a swing trader, and so I need a little bit more movement. However, I've been closer and closer to getting to the point where these large time frames become something a little more traditional, like 1 month, 1 week, 1 day, 4 hour, 15 minute, kind of more typical trading time frames. But I don't know if I would go to 15 minute, but 4 hour, 1 hour as my minimum. Maybe use my 4 hour as my main trading instead of the 8 hour. I'm basically cutting all these essentially in half. All right, let's continue. Do a couple more clicks. What is that? That is a true sliver. And so for something like this where there's no wick, I would just take the adjacent. It's a nice key level, and it's right on top of that. That's that tiny little slit gap thing, just reinforcing its strength in my mind. This is a bottoming area. thing there. No, we do have this, and then this block on its own. But I'm looking for stronger, and this is 3 months. So yeah, keep it for now. That was kind of in the middle random area. Let's see what's up here. Oh my god. Okay. What are we doing here? Yeah. We'll give some overlap. One, two, so we'll take, no, yeah, we'll take the top of this, but we'll go to the top of whichever counterbody is higher, this one, because the wick's basically on the same level. Okay, so that's reinforcing right here is a nice key level. And with the market kind of bottoming, unless this is, and it crashed some more, and we just saw some big crashes. I mean, it doesn't look like Bitcoin at all, which is the crazy thing about some of these stocks. They correlate in some way, but I mean, Bitcoin, we all know that it just crashed really hard, and a hard crash for this going to 9 to, oh, okay, 23 to 9, that's a hard crash. It's been a while since I traded this, but it's, you know, more balanced, research. Alright. And we got that, and we got a lot of wicks at this level. Maybe we can take this one. Pass out these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Kind of, or 5. Yeah, I'll take this one. That's probably a nice level. And then this is still in 3 months. Jeez, we might not need the 1 month. I don't know if I'm getting anything for that. Not really. Bottom side. There's a little something there. And that sliver there. That's nice. I don't think, I mean, go kind of in the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5. That could be the POC. That could be a POC. Got this void and this void. And kind of here. Let's go middle of those two. I'll type in key level. And I'm on a Mac, so I'm going to click the line. Don't drag the blue knuckle thing, but just drag the line. Press and hold Command if you're on Mac. Slide this up. looks more like a, well, historically dangerous area. But we haven't even reached it yet, so I'll keep it. There's some strength here, but we'll just stick with that one. Top of this box? Put one there. Just because it's such a large gap here. 150% of this block. Alright. So, with this, I think we're probably good with key levels 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's all in the 3-month time frame, so we didn't end up doing much with the 1 month this time around. Well, let's go back to the 3 months so we can see what 1 month. What do 3 month? There was 10 key levels. So when we check with AI, it usually likes to give a low and a high, but we'll ask it. Strongest 10 key levels for, what are we doing? CLSK stock. Excluding the all-time high and low. Let's go 50 words in a grid. And currently we're sitting at about $14 for CLSK. 14 pretty much even, so you have a resistance / breakout zone, and just below that you have a support retest, so mid 12s. Let me actually just pull this off so you can see. I can get it scrunched. Okay, so let's see. 8 to 10. 8 to 10, so we can have something in the middle, about 9. We have 12, 11, 1283, 1222. It's blocked, and I can't really move it without losing the window. I can't see anyways. But 1235. 1327, 1235, but I don't have 13, 27, 1450. Then we have 15, 17, 18, so we don't have anything over here, but I don't want too many key levels anyways. 20, and 23, 24, so that's good. So we really do want to penetrate this range. And then for the VR VP, I like to go to the 2-week time frame because this is going to be my first trend reading, momentum reading time frame. And when we turn on the VP VR volume profile, what I'm kind of, this is back to 2020. A little bit more. Let's go like that. And key levels all over the place. This is a free indicator from TradingView. Why is it not giving me the volume? Oh, looks like we're having technical difficulties. Really weird. I don't know why the volume is so low. Non-existent over there. Maybe TradingView is getting tired. I know I'm getting tired. This is like the 3rd or 4th chart, and they all take about, I don't know, 45 minutes. The recording's not so bad because Mac has a really nice screen recording feature, but anyways, normally these valleys are the peaks. So for example, that's the POC, this thicker line is part of this indicator, but wherever it peaks or valleys, I definitely want to be seeing key levels. It's kind of in a valley down there, in a valley, nothing, that's not a peak. It's close to a valley, so at least for these key levels in the active trading range, things are kind of lining up. So I feel decent about that. And when it comes to reducing the amount of key levels, it's tricky because you see here tons of wicks. Those are great entries, but you might get busted through. And how long do you want to wait? Between trades, but there's a balance, there's a trade-off, because I found that for swing trading, if you have key levels too tight, like this, potentially, or like even like this just seems kind of like a garbage level, but then that's increasing that distance, and there are some, hits there along there, so I keep it, but just something to consider. Alright, I think that's probably long enough. On the next video, I will open up the options profit calculator. We had just done sound, that's what it was. But on the 2-week, we will next look at the MACD, stochastic, and RSI, grade them individually on 3 different time frames, input it into the journal so that we can then determine the trend, and then we can set our risk. I won't type that in yet, that'll be for the next one. Alright, thanks very much. Talk to you soon.